my name is Melissa for those of you that don't know me, and welcome to the channel. So it's been a while since I've done a day in the life of a digital analyst, business intelligence analyst in English, because I mostly have been working on uploading all these videos in Spanish. So I think this is going to be something new, which I am really excited to try out. So right now it's really early in the morning and I'm just checking my email, making sure that things you know, are staying on track. There's nothing crazy new that needs to be looked at. Should be finishing that, and then on top of that I'm also always looking at my calendar just to see what's up today. And from what I can see, I have a meeting with the CFO, which is the Chief Financial Officer of the company, which I think is just a checkup with the whole team, just to talk about what we're working on and what they're working on, just kind of a high-level review of things that we could, you know, focus on and improve, I guess. And then from then I don't have any meetings until the afternoon, so I'm gonna try my best to work on finishing up some of the monthly reports that we put off. So we need to just update for February. Yeah, seems like both of those meetings are also kind of long, so we'll see. Seems like the day is gonna fly by so quick. But right now I'm also gonna write a couple of projects that I've been working on, because obviously meeting with the CFO, I want to make sure that I have things to talk about, because otherwise it's a little scary. But yeah, we'll talk to you guys after the meeting. Okay, so kind of done with the meeting. It was very interesting for sure. It's always a new experience to talk to the executives, but done with that. So now I'm gonna continue working on some of the reports that I've been working on. So I will talk to you guys later. Maybe I'll show you a little bit of what that looks like. Okay, so I think this is pretty basic. There's really not that much going on here, because what I did was basically just roll over the report that we had previously. So yeah, this is kind of like a quick example of what I'll be working on, just like kind of maintaining reports, among other things that are kind of more circumstantial, and like kind of figuring out what needs to be done based on like people's needs. Okay, so just came back from lunch, and I think I showed you a little bit of what I was working on in regards to the report that I was just rolling over for this year. And right now, just in a second, I'm gonna have my second meeting of the day, and it's basically just doing kind of an introduction to Google Analytics and some of the stuff that we do for the specific product. This person that we are having the meeting with is a new employee, so obviously just kind of want to walk them through what we have available and how we can help them do their job the best. So I'm gonna do that, and yeah, I think later on maybe I'll show you around of some of the things that I've added to my place, because yeah, let's do a little bit more of like a lifestyle day in the life, you know, type of thing. So for this, I ended up having an extra meeting because we were migrating some pages from a specific product, so we had to make sure that we understood the metadata. So yeah, just got together to figure that out. That was the end of the workday. This video, I wanted to share my transition from being an accountant to a business intelligence analyst or a digital analyst. So I think there's several things that I can point out that were really helpful to me apart from my degree. So I did go to school and study marketing analytics, which obviously helped me use that to be able to apply for jobs and get some interviews. Some things that I used to make the transition and that I made sure that I talked about while I was interviewing for my first job as a digital analyst are at least 3 things that I think you can also use if you are in this position and trying to make a transition. So the first thing is being used to numbers, and in this case pivot tables, Excel, Google Sheets. So anything that helped me make sure that they knew that I could handle an analysis and I could handle some of the tools that they also use for this other role, that it's in a different industry but still very transferable. And so if you have experience with Excel, if you have experience doing analysis in any kind, I think that can really help you answer a lot of these questions that they will ask you during your interview. I think the second one is critical thinking and doing research. A lot of the projects that we did have to do as an accountant was trying to find out problems and things that were not working right. So a lot of that required just kind of tracing back things and how the different pieces kind of moved around and ended up where they ended up. So I think that skill specifically, just being able to do some research and some critical thinking to solve some problems and having some examples of that, was something that I also used for my interviews whenever I was doing my transition. And I think the last thing that I definitely like to mention was that because I was an accountant previously, I am very used to a high-paced environment. All the monthly closing reports and that kind of period of time was very stressful as an accountant. And I think that employers really appreciate that you are able to stay calm and make sure that things meet their deadlines and that you are able to prioritize things. So all of this really helpful whenever you are trying to get a job for this other industry. So if you are an accountant or business person, finance person, I think these are also skills that you can communicate, are very transferable. Yeah, so now I'm gonna get ready for bed and maybe watch some anime and call it a day.